Mhm.
All right. Sorry about that. Just had a quick tech issue, but should be sorted out now. And Oz, you can just get right on into it.
All right. A quick tech issue. I'm going to assume that everyone is here for the explanation. If you weren't, I'm so sorry. We're just going to go into the game. Time will begin when I hit overwrite right here. So 3, 2, 1, go. So, Manifold Garden, as I said earlier, is a game all about changing gravity. You can't jump in this game, and every single plane of gravity has a specific color associated with it. As you can see, all of these cubes that are colored, they can only be interacted with if you're on the same plane of gravity as them, including the buttons as well, which is why they're all color coded. Right here, we're going to be doing something known as a wall clip. You clip through a wall. It's as simple as that. And as explained earlier, the reason that I binded screenshot to like my F key is because there's two parts to the wall clip. First of all, just making the cube clip you through the wall, and then the second part actually clipping the cube through the wall. If you pick up a cube and then do a screenshot at the same time, you can interact with the cube and then essentially just clip it through the wall with you and then take it with you. We're going to be using that a lot throughout this run. Right here, the first thing that you probably notice is that this game has beautiful visuals and everything is infinite in every direction. You can just keep falling down this tower. It'll just be a huge loop. You want to go over to this corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. And you're going to see a secret exit over here that you're really not supposed to get to quite yet. We're going to be using lag and doing another wall clip right here. And what we're going to do right here is, again, another wall clip. That's actually a really good one. Usually that one takes a little bit to handle. Sometimes the game just doesn't wall clip you. It's an incredibly precise thing, but so precise so much it feels a little bit like RNG, because certain walls feel easier to like clip through than others. So right now we're in reverse. This is reverse tree order. Which you're like, what does that mean? There are essentially things called God cubes in the game, and you have to plant them into their respective trees in order to collect them and move on to the next area. However, we're going to be collecting them in reverse order because right now we're actually at the final puzzle of the game. This is the last one, and right here we're going to do half of this puzzle. In which we're going to be redirecting the stream based on the way that these cubes are angled. And so you want this stream of water to be slightly to the left, and then we're going to come over here and fall down here, in which we're going to come over here to this dark cube, and we're going to save and load in order to skip a specific animation. The way that this works is that the water goes through a water wheel, and then it causes a huge animation where a laser will open up this dark cube and you can pick it up, but you can just skip that animation by immediately skip that animation by just saving and loading, and it saves. The load is always going to be faster than the actual animation itself. You want to plant a dark cube into the dark tree, and every time that you do that, you get a pretty visual like this. You're going to be seeing this around 4 times in the run, all based on the different colors that the dark cubes are associated with. The normal order is blue, red, green, yellow, purple, orange, and then rainbow. But we're going to be, as the category implies, we're going to be collecting all of those in reverse. So we're going to get rainbow first and then blue last. The fact that this is possible is only through wall clips. And so shout outs to the Manifold Garden community for really pushing this specific glitch to its limits, to the full point where you can play the entire game backwards. Now, typically in an all God cube speedrun, which is this one but forward, this would be like the last good place for donations or the host to say something, because it's like a final hurrah before you like beat the game. But this is actually the first place for any donation reading or anything that happybythree wants to say. So if you want to do that, you can right now.
Absolutely. So are you suggesting that all God cubes is the reverse tree order category?
Exactly.
Gotcha. Reverse tree order.
Exactly. Yeah, you always have to do everything in reverse. Now we could have gone and beaten the game right there, but unfortunately we have things to do, and so we're going to be planning that the rainbow god cube.
Wait. By beat the game, you mean like roll credits?
Yeah, we could have rolled credits over there. Like we could have just beaten the game and rolled credits.
Like any percent is like 4 minutes long.
Any percent is 52 seconds long.
What?
Yeah, I'm not even joking.
I didn't know that. I've only seen this category.
Yeah, yeah, we could have just went and beaten the game, but we do have to collect 6 other god cubes and plant them into their trees. So right now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going back to where we were before, towards the beginning of the game, and we're going to be wall clipping with this guy right here in order to clip back into the first tower. As you can see right here, this is what I mean by sometimes the wall clips are finicky. Sometimes the game just doesn't want to cooperate with you. I want you to remember that guy, the cube that we just used the wall clip with, because we're going to come back to him later. He's a surprise tool that will help us later in our journey. So right here, we're going to be going this way, and we're actually going to be wall clipping again with this cube that we planted earlier into a secret room in this tower that you can really only get to in a really weird way casually. Excuse me. Wow. Oh, wow. The game really doesn't want me to... There we go. Perfect. Okay, I just had to angle a little bit differently. The game really did not want to cooperate with that. But we'll see it again. Oh, come on. I think I have to load here once more. Unfortunately, that was a huge mistake that I just made, in which I went without clipping the god cube through, or clipping the cube through with me. Like, you were able to do that, but we weren't able to clip the god cube through with us. And if we fall down without the god cube, we do have to start that part over. And so that's unfortunate. We have to do like the past minute over again, which is an unfortunate part, but we'll have to see it again. What is going on here?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, this looks as weird as everything else has looked to me.
Oh my goodness.
So all of a sudden you were like, what's going on? And I'm like, I don't know. It all looks like nonsense.
This is not supposed to be happening.
Oh.
This is strange. I actually want to see where this goes. But hopefully it'll... Because if it's like really bad, if it's like going to spawn me in a weird place, we might have to start over. Oh no, it just spawned me here. Okay. Is that technically a time save? Did I just find something weird? In recovering from a weird mistake that I made, I might have accidentally found time save in the run. Live here on stream. So take that how you will, everyone. It's an unfortunate mistake that did cost us like a good bit. But the show must go on. We got to keep going. And so we're going to move on. And again, we could just go and roll credits right now, but we do have things that we need to do. Hopefully we can do them the correct way this time. And so gonna be going down here and falling through this. And one thing that I forgot to mention is like falling is always going to be faster than just walking to where you need to go. And so that's part of the reason why we changed gravity so much in this run, only because your downwards speed is much more is much faster than your walking forward speed.
Well, and since you can set the gravity to instant, is there really any, like, do you lose anything from switching gravity?
No, you really don't at all. So the gravity changes are completely instant, so you don't lose anything from changing it. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Lost us like 2 minutes from that reload, but hopefully the game wants to treat us better with these wall clips. Now that that's happened, and stuff like this is why the estimate is 35, because this category can sometimes be a little bit punishing if you make a mistake like that. What? Why is this closed? No joke. We might have to restart the run. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, this is like a huge mistake. And I apologize gratefully. But like, we legit might have to restart the run because I just got soft locked. Yeah. I'm getting word that we can do that. We have to restart the timer. Pretend like the past however many minutes just didn't happen. We're going to be doing
9
it again.
minutes.
9 minutes.
Which 9 minutes?
Yeah, you're right.
I wasn't there.
That was like a huge mistake that cost us a soft lock. So we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Oh wow, the game is stuck in a loading screen, which means I have to exit it and restart it. Okay, yeah, the game is being wild today. It's just like you made one mistake, we're gonna make your run not completable in any way, shape, or form.
Once you get it back up, restart your Discord stream keys. So
of course.
I don't want to miss any of the action.
Beautiful. All right, so let's start this again. We do have to go into the game and type in that command once more for bind f screenshot normal. All right, beautiful. And let's start it for real this time. Hopefully, I just have to get world record here to make up for all of that.
Literally
we're gonna start
easy.
Literally easy.
You just found new time save. So
exactly.
Free.
Overwrite. We're gonna start again in 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Yeah. We're gonna be changing a lot of gravity over and over again. This is gonna be the exact same thing that we saw earlier, of course. And one good thing about like the gravity changes being so instant is that if you make a very, very small mistake like I just did, it's actually incredibly easy to recover from, because you can just immediately change gravity back to where you were and fix a mistake. And so as you can see here, it's pretty clear what I'm doing with the wall clips now that we've like gotten used to them just a little bit. I mean, I say gotten used to, but I remember how like incomprehensible this was when I first saw it. So I actually don't know if chat's gotten used to being, oh my god, I got that this time. Used to the incomprehensibility of this game. And so right there, what I just did is you can actually line up the cube in order to get shot into the pedestal immediately, which is a lot of fun. And so that's something that's great. We're just going to be going to this corner over here once more, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once you like get really close to the wall, you can just count floors 5, and that's how you know the floor that the secret exit is on. There we go. Sometimes it's difficult like clipping into the wall, and sometimes the hard part is clipping the cube through the wall. Like that right there was just like an ideal version of what we want every single wall clip to look like. But sometimes the game just doesn't want to cooperate with you, we've quite clearly seen that it wasn't want to cooperate today. And so right here we're just be going that. And one thing about stairs in this game is that if you like fall down them but you keep holding forward, the game still thinks that you're like falling instead of walking down them. But if you walk down them like on a different plane of gravity, which is really cool thing that's going to be more obvious later when we fall down a specific flight of stairs, and it's just incredibly faster than walking down them. All right, so we're going to be going across here again, lining this guy up. You want him to be like lined up more on the left side. It doesn't have to be like perfectly in like a very precise spot or anything like that, but we can just put him right there and then save and load. This could be animation. Perfect. And the good thing about restarting is that you get to see the pretty rainbow colors again. All right. So now, Happy, do you have any blurbs and stuff that you want us to read out? You can do so.
Yeah. Same spiel second time. Well, just a big reminder, if anyone is interested in throwing some donations our way, we are using Ko-fi, as our donation method so that you can donate directly to Blackheart. There's a spreadsheet that'll show all the donations and messages as they get processed, but remember, because it's not a marathon-specific donation platform, it doesn't support donating to a specific incentive, so make sure you write in chat what incentive you are donating to so that we can get those donations put toward the incentives. If you put that sweet exclamation incentives in chat, then you'll get to see what those are.
Yeah. So.
Also put it in the dono message. Dono message and
Yes.
chat, just to be safe.
Dono message and chat, yeah. Just let us know in what way, shape, or form you would like your donation to go towards an incentive, please. And so now we're going to be putting the rainbow cube in its pedestal a third time and fall through. All right. So now, hopefully, we can move on with the rest of the run, and the game won't be finicky with save loads or just be unforgiving this time. And hopefully I won't make a mistake. Fingers crossed. Oop, come on. There we go. Want to go downwards here and fall towards this guy. This trusty little cube. There we go. Perfect. We're going to come back here. And this entire area, again, I said, is like the end of the game, so we are going to be coming back to it later. In order to actually like finish the run and complete the game. Ooh, almost instant. That's great. Perfect. Let's go across here. And now we're going to be... Oh, come on. Thank you. We're going to be going across this guy. Perfect. And we're going to be wall clipping through here. Please. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Wonderful. And we're going to be going towards the next God Cube, which is an orange God Cube. We're actually going to be going into a specific secret area that is very like out of the way and hard to get to in like your first playthrough. It would be astonishing to me if anyone in this chat actually like has found this like casually. And so we're going to be going here and clipping through this wall with this yellow cube. And we're going to be essentially taking a huge shortcut to like the main path, the like intended path that you would normally get to the orange cube with. And we're going to be taking this cube and we're going to be falling down this large section. We're going to be clipping through this this window right here. And this is another area that we're going to be coming back to later, because this particular... Oh, come on. Where you at? Jesus. Oh my goodness. This guy. What is this guy doing to me? I was trying to catch him, and then it's an unfortunate setback. Come here. Ooh. I hate... This is the mistakes about this game. That... There we go. Perfect. Now we're going to be clipping through here. This wall. Perfect. And this section connects to, I believe, the purple cube and also the red cube. But particularly, we're going to be going towards the orange cube right now. And we're going to be getting gravity here and falling down in order to take this cube off this tree and walk up through here. And we're going to activate the pedestal that'll unlock the dark cube for this particular area. And as soon as it does it, you can only activate that once that laser has once the laser's activated the dark cube. And one thing about the dark cube that I didn't mention before is that you can't change gravity when you hold the dark cube, and if you let go of the dark cube for too long, it'll start a timer that'll respawn you to where the previous where the dark cube was. And so we're going to be clipping through the wall with this dark cube, and boom. That is the orange dark cube. That'll show the orange pretty colors right here. And after that, we can plant. It'll unlock the orange God cube, and that one we can plant into the orange tree. This one I feel like isn't quite as beautiful as like the rainbow one, but it's still a really cool one to see. Happy, do you want to say anything while we are transitioning into the next section?
Joe, hey, just a reminder, we talked about how you can get some incentives set up with your donations, but how can you donate? Well, that's an exceptional question. If only we had a little exclamation point that we could put in chat. You'll see right there. We're raising some money to help Blackheart, certified good human, great speedrunner, get into a better situation. And to do that, you can click that link right there in chat. And as it says in chat, make sure you put your comment in the dono description so we can get your donation where it's supposed to be.
Beautiful.
And then I can read it. And everyone will be so happy.
And they can read it. This is an example of what I meant by you're falling down the stairs instead of walking down them, just because you're walking at them on a different plane of gravity than what they're technically supposed to be. And right now we're going to be introduced to a new glitch known as save warping. Essentially, you save on one side of the portal and then you go to the other side of the portal. And the way that the game like loads is that it'll move you. It'll like move you towards where you saved. It'll like as this loading screen is happening, your physical character is being pulled towards wherever it is that you last loaded, or where you last saved, as you're loading. And so it pulls us through the portal and onto the other side. And we can just go through this next area in which we will collect the purple cube without needing to actually like solve any puzzles or go through the intended way of like opening that portal. We can just save warp through it. We're gonna grab this purple cube, and we're gonna be doing something similar to a wall clip, but it's actually called a tree clip. And as you can probably guess, we're gonna be clipping into a tree. Specifically this one right here. You can see that every single tree actually has the dark cube like physically there in its hitbox. You can see that it's right there at the bottom of the tree. You can see it like peeping out if you have a good eye for that. And so you want to use a cube to clip into the tree in a very specific way. Typically, this is the one trick that feels like it's RNG. There is some kind of method to it, and it is kind of based on your positioning, just in the level itself. And so, but if it ever doesn't like work, if you keep trying to clip through into the tree and it doesn't work, you can just save and load. And it'll sometimes work again. It'll sometimes work. It'll sometimes not work. And so that is probably the biggest source of time loss in a regular run, just because you might like reload a few times and on your PB you got it first try or something like that, without having to reload. And so that is something that hopefully only happens very minimally in this run. And we're gonna be falling backwards again. Again, because we just have more things to do. Like, there's just a lot that needs to be done in this run. And we're going to be save warping back out of this particular area. You can just save load like that again. You always want to like keep the file in which you're save loading as the fourth slot down, because it's one you can just spam. Because every time that you go to the menu, your mouse is centered to the screen, and that's the one you can just do the minimal amount and just spam. Right now we're going to be going towards the yellow cube, and this yellow cube is not one that we will be getting by like clipping into the tree, but rather it's going to be similar to how we got the purple the orange cube and the rainbow cube. We're actually going to be planting the dark cube into the pedestal so we can see the full animation and get the god cube that way. But that is the only tree that we're going to be getting in the quote intended way. I say intended because that's technically how you're supposed to get it, but we definitely don't get to that point in any sort of intended way. This particular puzzle, you could just save warp at the other end of that portal way up there, but we are actually going to solve this puzzle the full intended way, because we need to come back to this room later, and we need this portal to be open. We're going to be going down there and boom, grabbing this guy, having both of these pedestals open this portal. And then we're going to be doing something very interesting and getting the yellow cube in a very specific way. This is a dual gravity cube in which it'll fall down in multiple planes of gravity. We're going to be catching it as it's falling and then coming back into this next room with it, the room that we just were in, which is part of the reason why we keep this portal open. We're going to be... oop, come on. Oh, come on, there we go. Okay, I mistimed that, but it's perfectly fine because we did have a backup for it. Perfect. Oh, I want you to go like right here. Thank you. You actually want to put this in a very specific spot. You actually want to clip into this wall at a very specific spot with this cube in order for it to be positioned kind of like that. And for a very specific reason that we will see later when we come back to this area. We want to clip into here and grab this purple or this blue cube in order to, you guessed it, wall clip with it. Although technically, I guess this is floor clipping, based on the way this level is designed. And we're going to be grabbing this yellow cube, and we're going to be wall clipping in via these stairs right here on the side of the building. This is the only, we have tested like a bunch of different ways to clip into this building, and this is like the like one that is the most consistent as such. You don't seem to really be able to actually enter the building by wall clipping in any other location. And now we're going to be planting this cube right here. Perfect. And we're going to be walking through, and we're going to wait for this animation to play out this time. It is faster to let this one play out than reloading. Perfect. Because now we can pick up this dark cube, and we're going to be wall clipping in with it like we did with the orange dark cube. Specifically right through here, so that we can go through and place it into the tree. Perfect, there we go. Solid. And now we're going to be just going through another animation of the sort. This is probably the only last time that there's true downtime in this run, aside from like reloading, and so Happy, if you want to say some more words, you can.
Yeah. Just a reminder what's going on here. Blackheart's Boston Fund is a mutual aid fundraiser organized to help out a wonderful friend of the Frame Fatale, Stardew Valley, and overall speedrunning community, Blackheart Wings, whose channel we're on right now. And if you're not following, you should. Blackheart is an absolute blast to watch regular streaming. She's currently going through a major life change and is crowdsourcing funds in order to afford her move to Boston and make sure she can afford travel, housing, and other basic necessities. So we've all come together to create this event for her, and with your donations, we can help change Gabby's life and make sure she can move safely to live the life she wants to live. Every little bit helps so much, and if you are able to give anything, we really appreciate it. And if you're not, it's pretty cool that you're just here. So thanks for doing that too.
Thank you so much, Happy. Now we're going to be coming back to where we were, and that's the reason why I wanted the cube to be placed in a very specific spot, so that it just falls down. We'll have to re-grab it from up there. And this is also the reason why we kept this door open and why we wanted to solve that puzzle the intended way, because we need to go back to that room with this particular cube and place it right here. And this particular area is another kind of like secret-ish area that will help us with getting to the green cube faster. The green cube, the red cube, and also technically the blue cube all share a centralized hub in which you can access their specific locations. And right here, we're going to be kind of going towards them right now. This part of the run is actually the one that is the most similar to all God cubes, because on this point forward, you're going to be seeing how the end of this run mimics a lot of the same movements and particular tricks as all God cube does at the beginning of its run. We're going to be turning around here, and we're just going to be changing gravity right through here. Oh, there we go. And there's a few interesting rooms that are come up here. First and foremost, being able to deactivate this wall. And we're going to be seeing this exact same kind of wall in the next room over after we open it up. And we're going to be placing this guy right here on this button in order to make this floor appear. And this time we're going to be lining up the cube in a very specific spot right here. You can probably already see where this is going if you were able to peep through. We want that cube that we dropped to land on the button that opens the door. Oop, excuse me. There we go. Perfect. And now we're going to be save warping again on this side of the door. And this particular save warp will lead us to where the green God Cube is, or the puzzle area of the green God Cube is. Alright, perfect. That one's a fast save warp. A lot of the save warps in this game have like varying load times, and I do not know why. It's just the way that it kind of is. There's not any particular like rhyme or reason to how long a lot of the loads are in this game. It just feels like some of them are longer than others for no particular reason. And it oftentimes does not have anything to do with like the performance of your machine. We're going to be falling down here. Perfect. And clipping, instantly. That's great. Clipping instantly through there, and then clipping this cube through here so we can clip into this tree. As you can see, again, the God Cube is peeking out, and right there are like two instances of what it looks like if you kind of like fail it. But we can just clip it through here, and this one's actually like really easy to get out. Oh, you saw the cursor. You saw the cursor up here, and perfect. That one's really easy to get out. But this particular God Cube is like the hitbox creeps out significantly more than like other God Cubes do, and so it has a much like less precise range of things, less precise range you have to like pick it up from. And another really fast save load on this one too. So we're going to be going through here and planting this green God Cube into the pedestal. And every single God Cube that we collect, you can see here, is like part of this garden. Manifold garden. Part of this garden right here. That all the cubes that kind of like join in at the very end. And we're going to be coming through here and going through and save warping to the other side of this. We're now going to be going to get the red God Cube. My nose is itchy. Goodness. Alright. We're going to be getting the red God Cube and then the blue God Cube. And now saving warping through here and changing gravity onto this guy. And the red God Cube is in this direction. We don't have to save warp because this door actually has like a button. We're going to be doing something interesting in this particular room though with the dual gravity cubes, which we're going to line this one up and then change gravity right here. Perfect. Perfect. Getting another another one right here. And placing it here. Up again. And then we're going to be using this one right here and perfect on top of it, and waiting for that God Cube to fall down. We put the red cube in front of the other like dual gravity cube in order so that it didn't fall down when we're on like the purple plane of gravity. Ooh, I love when that happens. Perfect. Quick backup though. We want to bring this cube with us. All that trouble with bringing this cube with us. We just want to, of course, wall clip with it and skip the majority of the puzzle solving in this particular section, in which we had to access the yellow tree at the very bottom right here. And grab this cube and once again wall clip with it. And with that, we can actually just exit this room and not have to solve the puzzle. This particular part of the puzzle, there is a marble that falls through these pipes. And I have to listen for when it drops, so I don't have to look at it. Perfect. Alright, and as soon as we get into here, This is the room where the red god cube is. We're going to be taking this guy because this is the cube that we're going to be using to clip into the tree, which is right over here. We're going to be clipping through this window first. Excuse me. Oh, one last tab. Thank you. And now we're going to be just saving and loading because, as you can see here, the cube is not peeking out under the tree. Usually, in most circumstances, you have to save and load before attempting the clip, because the cube does not appear until like you save and load for some reason within a specific radius of it. But the purple and green cubes are a little bit more generous towards us for some unknown reason. There's a lot of unknown things about this game. All right. It seems to be a little bit uncooperative, so that's why you save and load and do it again. Sometimes when you save and load, the game will like spawn you already clipped into the tree, which is something that, you know, would be amazing to happen. But typically, you want to just save and load again until it works. There we go, perfect, it worked. Only needed 2 save loads, or 2 reloads, I should say. This one is really precise. You kind of just have to move your mouse around until your cursor lights up and you find the specific spot that you want to clip into, or you want to grab the god cube from. It's like really finicky. Please. You're somewhere here. Come on. I believe in you. Come out. Oh, I saw it. Where did you go? Happy, do you know where I went? Oh.
I couldn't tell you.
There we go, perfect.
Direction is destroyed.
Beautiful. Beautiful. It's incredibly precise, but as soon as you see the cursor light up, that's when you know to just grab it. And now we're going to save load again and wall clip this guy through. And this particular section is the only section that we're not going to be going backwards into like the room that we were just in, because this guy has we're going to be going back over here to where the orange tree was, and because this guy doesn't really the red cube area doesn't really have like a way for you to get back to like the blue cube in like a fast manner, and so we're going to be going back through the orange cube section. And you know what? As I said before, this is another area that we saw earlier. We're going to be coming back to later. And we're going to open up this other secret area. Perfect. And falling down here. And I told you we needed to remember this guy. Remember him? He's here to help us again from the beginning of the run. He's been here the entire time just waiting for us. Come on. There we go. You want to clip yourself through and then him through. And then we're going to be passing through here. And we want to go and activate the blue god cube, which is the first part of the game. This is the beginning of the game. The first tower that we saw here earlier. And now we are going to go down here. Right here is the tree. You'd have to solve all that puzzling, but we don't have to do that here. Is the cube already there? No, we're going to save and load. Alright. Hopefully this particular one is the last one, so it doesn't involve many reloads. As you can see, cube's there. Usually, if it doesn't happen within like the first few tries, probably a sign to reload. So hopefully that doesn't happen too much. This is the last one. After this, we can just go beat the game. Ooh, it clips us into that tree, which is actually a good sign sometimes if it like messes up that way. But you want to clip in through the base of the tree, not on top of the base of the tree. But you know, clipping on top of the base of the tree actually makes it. Oh, it clipped us. Like I said earlier, it loaded us in a way that we were already clipped into the tree, and immediately getting the god cube. Thank goodness. That's great. Saving and loading, and reload on the other side to save warp, and then we can just clip the cube through the wall, and boom, that's it. That is the last god cube. We're going to be putting it into its final pedestal, and then we're going to be beating the game. Right here. Perfect. And one interesting thing about this game, it actually has a fast travel method. Every single level has a panorama or like a diorama of the levels, including the one that you're in. And this one right here is the final level, the rainbow level, and it just shows us a bunch of pretty colors as we save warp towards it. Be noted, let it be noted that like I have accidentally saved warp to the very to like a different area, to like the wrong area on a world record pace run before, and I lost world record towards it. But it's fine because I got world record like a few days later. So we're gonna fall through here, and now we are going to change gravity on a waterfall, believe it or not, and we're gonna do one last trick before the run ends. And it is right here. We're going to be ooh, we didn't quite do it. We're gonna be changing gravity in very specific points. Because we just whenever you like change gravity, it teleports you to exactly where you were pointing with your crosshair, and so we were able to skip over a trigger that prevented us from changing gravity, so we don't have to walk down the whole. We don't like have to walk down the entire catwalk. We can just fall and then fall off the edge right here. So that is Manifold Garden reverse tree order. Apologies again for like the huge soft walk that happened, and that like prevented me from like continuing the run. At the very least, it happened early on in the game, and not like after we got the first cube, and not like after we got like the 5th or 6th cube. It was something that I'd never seen before. Yeah, that's ever happened before moment, but not the one that you would like to happen. But yeah, this is the end of the run. Timing will begin. Timing will end when the kaleidoscope appears on screen in 3, 2, 1, and now. Yeah, that's time. I'm just gonna do a quick outro because if you know anything about this marathon, you know I helped like organize it, and so you're probably gonna be seeing me a lot throughout the weekend in chat and in other places. And so you follow me on twitch.tv/Ozmourn. You're probably going to see better gameplay than what was on display here with the mistake that was made at the beginning. But I'm just really happy to have helped out Gabby with this marathon. And I hope you all have a wonderful night. Thank you so much to Happy for hosting. And to everyone involved in this marathon, viewers, donators, and volunteers. We love you all, and please donate more to support Gabby. Possibly getting 2,000 by the end of the night. I would love to see 2,000 by the end of the night. So, keep it up, folks.
That would be incredible. Thank you, Ozmourn, for that run. As usual, incredible to watch, amazing to experience, very confusing. But what more could we possibly want from an Oz run? In the meantime, we're gonna throw it back over to our in-between screen, and we're gonna finish up setup for our last run of the night, Bayonetta 2 by a variety pack.